Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you, wherever you are listening to us from, and welcome to a very special comment below and let me know live chat. Well, ladies and gentlemen, roughly just over 2 hours ago, the results came in for the same-sex marriage debate, and I have to say, I am overwhelmed with joy. 61.6% of the population have voted yes on marriage equality, which is fantastic. Now, what does this mean? What are the other statistics that are involved, and where are we going to go from here? That's what we are going to be discussing in this chat. I'd like to, before I go any further, welcome my two special guests. My correspondent from Sydney in Australia, Sarah. Good afternoon, Sarah.
Hello.
And my correspondent from the UK, I don't know what time of day it is there. I'm guessing it's morning. Good morning, Angel.
Good morning. Well, I would actually say good evening, but that's only because I'm a bit of a night owl. But yeah, it's 1:15 in the morning, just gone.
Oh, lovely. So yes, the results are in at 61.6%, as we said, was for the yes vote, 38.4% for the no vote. Massive news over here in Australia. If you have any thoughts or comments or anything that you would like to leave, feel free to leave them in the chat box, and I will certainly we'll read them out as we go along. But I must say, yesterday I was thinking, oh, you know, when I wake up today, I'm going to have to research what the result is. And I thought, no, you know what, I'll get some messages when I wake up. And I did. I was inundated with support from people that had found out the result before I had. So it was a really wonderful way to wake up. But I must say, I have heard from both Sarah and Angels that there was like a text or a notification you could get on your phone. I didn't get that.
I woke up to a text message. Sorry, I woke up to a text message. Actually, I woke up to messages from you and Angels talking about it. I woke up to everybody posting about it on Facebook, and I only woke up not that long ago. So I was like, oh my goodness, what's happening? And I got a text message as well.
Yeah, so I think a lot of the notifications I got were literally, you know, from like news apps and things. So if you have them on on the you know, if you basically have notifications on, they just pop up. So I think the BBC just popped up with mine or whatever quite early. Sorry about that. Yes.
So yours are more like news updates. Mine was an actual text message from the
from the equality campaign, you mean?
Yeah, so I got the actual official text message on my phone in my inbox. So yeah.
Fantastic.
We'll up to this.
So just quickly, I'm going to give a shout out to MC. Thank you so much for joining us, MC. She says, fantastic result. Well done, Australia. Thank you, MC. Yeah. Very, very much appreciated. It really is a great result. It is. It really is a great result. There was some concern. I'll certainly admit there was some concern that I had that it wouldn't happen. The no side rallied very hard. And you know how when like a prime minister or a president is elected and they say, you know, I want to congratulate the opposition because they fought a really hard campaign. Well, I want to congratulate the no side because they fought a very hard campaign.
And yet lost abysmally by the looks of it. So, you know, I mean, there's nothing worse than really working your ass off and still being absolutely trounced. But what I love the most is that Malcolm Turnbull, so your prime minister, has been sunk in his own constituency because they actually voted over 80% yes.
Yeah.
I think that there is absolutely no better way to send a message to your current government than that. That he's not going to have any option unless he wants to get buried in the next election, which I suspect he will anyway. But you know, unless he really wants to commit electoral suicide, he has absolutely no choice but to put this through.
Well, we're going to be talking about the the marriage bill in just a moment, because there are some concerns that come along potentially with that. So we'll discuss that in just a moment. I just want to detail the results state by state. There may be some people joining us from Australia. Now, New South Wales actually had the most yes votes per person. So over 2,374,000 voted yes. Victoria also had 2,145,000 voting yes. However, the percentage is different because there are less people in Victoria. So Victoria's yes percentage was 64.9, when New South Wales was 57.8. But yeah, still, it's overwhelming results. Every single state, the majority voted yes for in every single state. So that is absolutely fantastic.
So there was not one state that voted no, right?
No. Every single state's majority was a yes vote. So that's absolutely wonderful.
Brilliant.
Highest no vote percentage, New South Wales, 42.2. So that's the highest out of any. So really, well done, guys. I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Can I just quickly, before we go ahead, just quickly point out, because we have Alias. So I'm going to say hi to Alias first. But
hi, Alias.
Yeah, hi, Alias. Alias is a little bit confused about what it all means. And I know we're going to talk about that more, but I'm just going to make a note here.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is about, we had a postal survey, so it's non-binding. That means that, we can't go legally, gays can't go out today and get legally married or anything. It's not like that. It was more of a survey to see what Australia wants, and basically majority have said yes to marriage equality, and now we need to go ahead with whatever that means. But we'll talk more about that, but I'm just quickly letting Alias know what that means, because Alias asked. So, it's legal now? Not exactly, but we'll talk more about that.
Fantastic. No, thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you for keeping an eye on the chats. I'm jumping in and around all different places, so if I miss something, certainly just shout it out.
Oh, good.
That's all right. We're all really, really happy about this, and from all different parts of the globe too. I mean, as far as I was concerned, I was just like, well, come on, it's about time. Really?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell are you even thinking in 2017? To me, it was a given. I did tell you that I knew that it would pass, and like I said, my 58-42 prediction was not that far off. It was actually a pessimistic kind of prediction, because it ends up being nearer 61%.
Yeah, it's better.
Which is great.
I think it was a tough campaign. Anyone that worked on the marriage equality campaign will tell you that it was a very tough campaign. The no side fought extremely hard. Did they fight valiantly? Certainly not, in my opinion.
No.
They were saying things that weren't true at all. There was a lot of fear mongering going on,
smearing and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It was just completely unnecessary. Certain things that just weren't true at all.
But it's kind of laughable when you think about it, some of the stuff they were putting out. I mean, it's not funny, but it almost is a little bit funny. You see all these stories that they were posting around, like, oh, this person grew up with 2 gay parents and they had a bad time. And it's like, okay, well, that's cool, but that's nothing really to do with this. Moving on.
One couple.
But also with people just being, able to marry the person that they love. What the hell does that have to do with whether a child had a bad or good time being raised in any environment? Like, I don't really see how they're related.
They put out some really odd things to campaign against marriage equality. And it's kind of funny, as I said, but not funny at the same time.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it isn't. I feel as well, like what they were trying to do as well was, how I was saying earlier about there's you know, there are a degree of religious individuals who are still not through nastiness, but genuinely through sort of lack of knowledge and that kind of thing, worried about certain things. I feel like nasty campaigns like that are basically trying to bounce off and manipulate people like that. So therefore, trying to drag people in just because of their religion, even though they might not necessarily be inclined to agree with them. Because I personally know, I mean, I'm brought up Catholic. I'm still like all right, albeit a bit of a lapsed one, but Catholic, and I know plenty of like Catholics who are absolutely pro equal marriage. In fact, are sort of gay rights campaigners, for goodness sake. So I don't see how, you know, trying to scapegoat religious groups, certainly in smear campaigns, like it seems to, you know, to me, like the No campaign kind of did. I don't see how that's actually getting anything done. All it's doing is scaring very decent individuals into voting a certain way, when later down the line they're probably just going to suddenly realize, oh my god, we were all duped, you know. So basically what I'm saying is the nasty smear campaign is using something as sacred as their religion to be used against them, to try and manipulate them into voting a certain way, which is unforgivable.
Yeah, it really is. So Francois, how are you feeling right now about it all? It's a bit of a torn feeling, isn't it?
Yeah. Look, I'm feeling
bittersweet.
Yeah, I'm feeling good that well, I'm feeling fantastic that we got a yes vote and that it's not closer than it is. But I think it's more like relief than anything else, because you got to keep two things in mind. First of all, the law has not been passed yet, so we have to keep in mind that, yay, thank you to and like I should have said that at the beginning, thank you to the 61.6% of people in Australia who did vote yes. I appreciate that.
I do. Yeah.
The law has not been passed, so yay. So I'm not like jumping up and down, but at the same time I am really happy in saying that my biggest concern was that if the no side had won, just what that would be as a reflection on Australia, what that would be as a reflection for the LGBTIQ community, it would have been a very dark day.
I feel like it would have been used as an excuse, basically saying, well, Australia is not for it, so we're not going to do this.
Exactly.
Not that they're going to necessarily say Australia's yes for it, so we're going to jump right into it, but, you know.
I'll tell you what, if that had happened, I would have literally started the hashtag Australians welcome here.
We would have come there too. Yeah, and so I think that for me, rather than saying, which again, like, don't get me wrong, I am happy about it, but rather than it being a woohoo moment, I think it's more of a relief feeling. I'm just really relieved that it's not a no.
It's not even a relief. It's more of just okay, well, this is a good step, I suppose. This needed to happen, seeing as we can't just do it normally like everyone else, where we just friggin' pass it. Apparently Australia has their own thing, their own rules, and they're like, no, we're going to hold this survey because we're Australia and we don't do it like everyone else. So basically, Digitan survey, it's come back majority yes. So yeah, that's basically it.
To do something. So I mean, I think at the end of the day, I look upon this and sort of say, okay, we don't have the legal rights as yet, but we have the support of our fellow Australians, or 61.6% of our fellow Australians. So that is a good thing.
And if you think about it, Rome was not built in a day, right? So even though we shouldn't actually be thankful, because this to me is way too late. Like, this should have happened a long time ago. And actually acceptance in general, you know, when it comes to people not only in the LGBTQI community, but in pretty much, I would say, any minority or indeed majority, because remember, bullies don't really care about targets, they're going to target anyone, you know, that kind of thing should be preached a lot more and should have been done for a lot longer and hasn't been. So okay, we can argue thank heavens for small mercies, and yes, of course it's a step in the right direction, but it's too little too late as far as I'm concerned. But the fact it's such a resounding victory for the Yes campaign and quite a big turnout means that unless he's into electoral suicide, well, my guess is he's going to be buried next election anyway, but he has to he has to follow through with this. He has to. Like he doesn't have a choice. Because it's every single state. It's every single state.
Didn't he say that he was for it anyway, but he was going along with what his party was wanting to do with this survey and stuff? I'm not.
That's what he said. Yeah.
From what
so basically, he didn't want to sort of.
Yeah. I was going to say, from what I mean, I don't really like big old Malcolm. I would quite happily take him to shreds in any form of debate ever, but. But I don't think he's the most extreme part of the Liberals. If you have a look at some of the others on voting record and whatever, they're actually a lot worse. That's not to excuse the bad decisions he's made, but I'm pretty sure that he's a classic Liberal in the sense of he's quite happy with civil rights. So I think he's going to honour it. And I, like I said, he's got no choice. Not only is he the Prime Minister of the damn country, but the area that he actually personally represents voted over 80% yes. Like, I mean, nobody is going to put a gun to their head and like pull the damn trigger. You know what I mean? It's not. If they ever want to be in power again, they have to pass some kind of legislation which puts this through.
I completely agree. Okay, so if you have joined us, hello and welcome. If you've come in partway through thinking what the heck's going on, what the heck is going on is that everyone's seen the posters that I have in the background of my videos saying, have you voted yes, sort of thing, and the results have come out today, just over 2.5 hours ago. They came out saying that Australia has voted in favour of marriage equality with 61%. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them in the chat and I will address them in just a moment. But what I want to talk about now is what a yes vote actually means and what's going to happen from here, just so we all understand. So today in Australia is Wednesday, tomorrow being Thursday. A yes vote, so now that we have a yes vote, we'll see, just one sec to find my place. So there could be tomorrow 2 competing same-sex marriage bills tabled in the Senate. So the Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull said he was hopeful marriage equality would be legal by Christmas, but whether that happens or not will depend on what shape a new law will take. The crucial sticking point is who should be exempt from officiating and providing services for same-sex weddings. Now, Labor, the Greens and many in the coalition are backing a bill from Liberal Senator Dean Smith that will exempt religious ministries and celebrants as well as religious organisations from being involved in weddings. A rival bill by fellow Liberal Senator James Paterson is backed by the Conservative wing of the Liberals and Nationals and extends those opt-outs to anyone with a business who has a conscientious objection to same-sex marriage and adds a section on schooling. Registrars could even refuse to issue marriage certificates to gay couples under the proposal. So Yes campaigners are dead set against this second bill, saying it will roll back Australia's anti-discrimination laws and could allow shops to put up signs saying no gays.
Exactly,
Thoughts on that?
Can I jump in? I know
I was just going to say thoughts on that, everyone.
Okay, that reminds me of my uncle, my uncle, my uncle too, actually, but my grandfather, i.e. my mum's dad, was from Southern Ireland and a Catholic, and remembers how badly they were actually treated when he walked past shops saying no dogs, no blacks, no Irish Catholics.
Wow.
And that kind of thing. Now, that sort of discrimination amongst people, whilst okay, it might not be utterly extreme to that degree now, it's a full-on slippery slope. If you start doing that kind of thing, you open the door for no blacks, no dogs, no Catholics kind of thing, right? So you can't do that. It's unacceptable in this day and age. It needs to be countered. I think it's an utterly archaic thing to put forward, and maybe the guy is just stupid. I mean, maybe he's not malicious. He's just ideological, and he's doctrinaire, and so therefore he's blinkered to the reality of the can of worms he's about to actually try and open. But when it comes down to it, it's obviously the wrong way forward. It is the biggest slippery slope ever, and you're just opening the door to that kind of intolerance and hate on every single doorstep. So it's utterly wrong, in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed. Sarah, any thoughts?
I agree. No, I think Angel's pretty much summed up what I would want to say anyway. Yeah.
Excellent. All right, well, let's go to the comments then and see what's going on. MC brings up a very good point. She said this a little while ago, but I wanted to make reference to it. She says, Pink News, now I have to find out who Pink News is, I'm sorry that I don't know, is already trying to say that equal marriage could prove a bad thing for gay Australians. What the heck does that mean? I don't know. If you have a link to the article, I'd certainly like to read it, but I don't see it as being a bad thing.
I just think that everyone wants to make out like the world is going to come to an end if they legalize gay marriage here, and there are many countries that have come forward, especially during this time with Australia right now, and said, hey guys, world, we're still here and nothing went bad when we legalized gay marriage. It's all good.
I just have to say, I'm quite shocked by that, and I'd have to look into that article, because Pink News is actually a gay news website.
Right, okay.
And publication, so I'm quite surprised by that. So
it might be clickbait. It might be like here's an interesting.
I think it's one of those. Yeah, exactly. It's probably like I think it probably is, because I follow Pink News, and it's actually a gay news website. But Gabriella's here, so I just want to say hola. She's like hola, hola, Gabriella. ¿Qué tal?
I'll certainly get to your comment in just a moment, Gabriella. I just want to make sure I don't miss any. MC is saying, don't forget to hydrate, everyone. Thank you, MC. At a time
she's so cute, isn't she?
She is. At a time like this, when we're all very excited, we must remember to hydrate. So thank you, MC.
It's quite warm in Australia too.
That's true. Very true.
You guys keep chatting. I'm going to go get some water. I'll be back.
Go
really?
ahead.
Fucking hell. Here it's like halfway through, early morning, late night, and freezing cold. So I'm wrapped up in like a fleece blanket and stuff, like a little old woman.
Total opposite here. To give you some idea, American some idea, yesterday we reached a top of 97 degrees Fahrenheit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Where I'm from, yeah. So it was just absolutely nuts. But yeah. Okay, Alias. Hi, Alias. Thank you for being here. I think Sarah explained Alias's question earlier, but thank you so much for being here. Let's see what else is going on. MC says, Francois is so happy he's bouncing right now. Yes, I am, MC. But I needed this to be an audio chat for today because I woke up not so long ago, so I apologize that you can't see me at the moment, but you guys can hear me, so that's all good. And Sarah's bouncing too. Yay. Hi, Sarah. You're bouncing too.
On the inside, I'm really tired, but you know.
MC brings up a very good point. Did anyone see Magda Zabansky on Q&A a couple of weeks ago? She was amazing as always. Yes,
well,
MC.
I didn't watch it. I think I saw a clip, and I think Francois and we might have spoken about it.
Yeah, we did.
She broke down. If it's the woman that I saw, she literally broke down. As I saw it in like a clip, it was so touching.
I'm not sure. I can't remember fully, but I remember that, you know, because she's gay, is she not?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I saw a clip. Yeah, and she says it straight as well, Magda. She's one of those people that just straight out, this is
Very
how
true,
it is kind of thing.
Yeah, I love it because I was watching the latest Q&A episode on gay marriage, and everyone else has been very politically correct with their answers. And here's Magda turning around to everyone going, "Oh well, yeah," and just just like jumping in and jumping over. Everyone's so good.
We need her.
There's a call for both. I mean, you need to bury politically correct, slimy politicians, but at the same time, you have to get taken seriously by them to get to their level to take them down. So it's quite a difficult thing. I think debating and stuff is quite difficult. And there are times where I want to rip people's heads off, but I know that I can't in order to get the upper hand.
Yeah, you just got to. Yeah.
But I think, like, in the case of Magda, what's so fantastic is her just speaking normally and just getting, like, metaphorically in their face, so say, like, verbally in their face. It works because that's the way the average Australian who is okay with gay people thinks. That's the way
exactly.
the average Australian thinks.
So you're saying it like smashes through all of the pretense, basically. It just sort of comes out of it. Yeah. But then what you need is a second line, a second defense line where people can then go in and be attack dogs, but from the liberal left, which very often people people on the left who are very sort of equal rights based and that kind of thing, we don't have, because the shoutiest, most bullying people do tend to be sort of right wingers who are very sort of shouty, bullying, and want to keep people kind of in check and are very ignorant about stuff. And I feel like a lot of left wingers appear to be artistic and sensitive and that kind of thing. And so very often are, frankly, and I'm probably going to be really sort of, I'm going to piss off people when I say this, but toothless. Like sometimes you have to ram stuff down people's throats. And if they are being right-wing bigots, you have to shove it in their face and you have to put them right. You know, that we need attack dogs on the left just as much, well, more so than the right actually needs them, because we're coming from a place of strength. Because we're coming from a place which looks after people as opposed to actually being dog eat dog and, you know, it's all free market and we don't give a fuck about anybody, whoever, right? So it's more important that we have individuals who can really go for it. And I think actually had this happened more in the Yes campaign, I think it would be even a more resounding victory.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Now, I just want to translate a couple of things for any Australians out there. So in the UK and in America, liberal is the opposite to what liberal is here in Australia. So liberal is very much about being equality and stuff like that. Whereas our liberal side is very conservative. It's very confusing.
It is very much so.
Like, I mean, when you live in Australia, you just become used to it. But I think on a global scale, it'd be much better to swap the Liberal and, like, to give Labor the name Liberal in Australia, because it'd just be easier on a global scale. But yeah, so when Angels refers to Liberal, she's referring to being
the Liberal Democrats.
Being liberal, like in America, Liberal Democrats and in the UK, being liberal, being about equality, as opposed to the Liberal Party, in Australia. Absolutely.
So your Liberal Party would be the UK's Conservative Party, and would
exactly
be,
right. Yes.
I mean, I know we can't compare like for like as such, but it would also be, say, the US's Republican Party, for example.
Yes.
I know that US politics is shifted entirely to the right anyway, but I mean, like, yes, it's that kind of thing. So we would, so Liberal Democrats in this party are viewed as centrists or centre leftists, and then the Labour Party is to the left, much like the Labour Party actually in Australia.
Australia, yeah.
But I think what's confusing is that our Conservative Party is your Liberal Party, and our Liberals are nothing like that. So.
And so what's really weird about that, to those who live in Australia and don't really think twice about it because we're used to it, is the term liberal is defined as being the opposite of conservative. So it's quite confusing. But yeah, so for those in America and in the UK, I would definitely say that is the case. Liberals here are most like the Republicans. And most like the Conservatives.
The Conservatives, yeah.
For sure.
Yes,
yeah.
most definitely. Just clarifying for everyone.
Yeah, just like make easy in case Australians here going, hang on, is she talking about Liberal?
That's what I said. Australia just has their own little set of rules.
Yeah.
And also not really that liberal, because look, the truth is in the damn name. Liberal means freedom, right? So how the hell is someone free if they can't even marry the person they want to?
Yeah.
Come off it. Please stop hijacking the damn word. Change your name to like oppression. Yeah. Or really just extreme conservatives.
And not just about this subject as well, about everything. They do not have us, the people of Australia, their needs prioritized right.
So
yeah.
Sorry, why are they voted in? Mind you, I could ask that about the UK government right now.
Look,
they're like a zombie government.
Different people are going to say different things, but here's to use a quote, in my mind, the reason.
Oh God.
The reason why this is the case is because we're looking at the older generation. So the older generation are very much, back in my day it was this, and I think black and white and yada yada yada, and I'm not open to anything new sort of thing. So that's why they will.
The prehistoric dinosaurs, as we call them.
Yeah, exactly.
Dinosaurs are always prehistoric, I might just add. So.
That's a good point.
Well,
but once the new generation steps up, I feel like we are going to go through a change, because millennials definitely just even what's the word? Like stereotypically think completely differently to the way that Gen Xers think. Which is a debate that I'll bring up for another time, but just a sidebar here. Apparently, Gen Y is no longer a thing. If you were once a Gen Y, you're now considered a millennial. Go figure.
So we're millennials now, are we?
Apparently, Sarah.
Oh, great. What does that make me? Fucking middle-aged? Jesus.
Let's jump over to the comments and see what's going on here, because we've got a few to get to. MC says, how does one couple's marriage have any impact on anyone else's? It's ridiculous. Exactly right, MC. So hopefully
that would be a very simple question, MC, but apparently people still think it's their right to speak on someone's private life.
Exactly.
One of the most ridiculous arguments is that if children see gay couples married or are brought up by gay couples, they will become gay. 99% of gay people come from heterosexual relationships.
I was just going to say, my parents are both very, very straight. And I am not. So that doesn't really work.
It isn't only that. I think that there is literally, and I've looked into this massively, right? And it was one of the things, because I've had to debate people on this, and one of my weaknesses was I didn't know what the figures were, because gay adoption has not been around that long in comparison with like research done, right? So I had to kind of look at what the statistics were for families, as far as adoptive families, biological families, and whatever else. So you'd have like families using a surrogate, for example, and then you'd have a gay couple, whether it's male female, or straight couples too, by the way. So literally it was just sort of like a mixed study, and it was, I believe, in the hundreds of thousands. So it was like the biggest study conducted, but there was absolutely no evidence to suggest that a child brought up by a gay couple would suddenly be gay just because their parents were.
And absolutely there's no evidence to suggest that also that a child growing up with gay parents is going to suffer any more than any other child for whatever reason.
Actually, you might want to know something really interesting, and that is that if a gay couple, the average gay couple, adopts a child out of the social care system, that child is likely to do a hell of a lot better in school as far as satisfaction, feeling loved and that kind of thing, as opposed to staying in social care system. But then,
guys.
you know, that's not rocket science, is it?
It's
if
not.
They have loving
It's
parents,
really
like
not.
I mean, like I don't get what this whole issue is. Like, why would you know? Jesus Christ!
Yeah, and that's definitely these are things that the No campaign were bringing up, and it's like, okay, gay people are already, and this is what a lot of people were saying. Gay people are already having children. You're kind of steering away from the actual thing here, which is
that's not true.
marriage.
We've had adoption and surrogacy for years. I mean, that's absolutely that's not even a leg to stand on.
Like, why? Okay, one, that's totally wrong anyway, and two, why are you even bringing this into it when we're talking about marriage equality, not.
Also, why don't we talk about child abuse and about how the vast majority of abused children come from straight homes?
Look, I know a lot of people that didn't have a great upbringing with their heterosexual parents. And
no, I know, yeah, not only that, but literally have suffered abuse out there. And actually, I'll go further and say that a lot of my friends, you know, who are maybe in dysfunctional relationships, some of the most functional relationships of my friends happen to be gay. You know, okay, some happen to be straight too, but I don't understand what this whole fixation is with, oh my gosh, you know, it's somehow dysfunctional that this gay you know, that these individuals who are in like a really functioning, ridiculously loving, really supportive gay relationship can't bring up a child. Are you fucking joking? I've seen like dysfunctional relationships bringing up children left, right, and centre, and suddenly you're worried about two men or two women. Like, what?
It's crazy.
Absolutely right.
So I'm not sure where we're up to.
Yeah, so MC says, for a country that is considered so forward-thinking in many ways, it's ridiculous that this has to happen. MC, I wouldn't necessarily say that Australia is so forward in our thinking.
No.
I can understand that people who don't live in Australia might think and say that, but when I look around the world, particularly when I look at places like the Netherlands, I go, wow, Australia is so far behind. I had a friend. Sorry.
Continue.
Oh, sorry. I'm just about done. I had a friend that did an exchange with her university. She went over to a place in New York called New Paltz not so long ago. She was there for a couple of months, and then she came back. And the first thing she said to me is, my God, even in America, being over there, coming back here, we are so far behind in Australia.
And that's not just to do with marriage equality as well. I think Australia is very backwards in their thinking on the whole in general about a lot of things.
You know what? I always said to my dad that he was being ignorant, and he said, well, it's no wonder, because it's this vast nothingness except for Alice Springs in the middle, and there's basically people around the edge and nothing in the middle except for Outback. Of course they're going to be like in the middle of bloody nowhere. And I was like, well, that's a bit ignorant, isn't it? He said, no, I genuinely think that's going to have a massive impact on, and I was like, I think you're just being a bit ignorant, but okay. But I mean, you know, having said that, the stuff that your government is talking about now, and the fact that, you know, all of us are even having this talk, and me spending a lot of time in Holland, I mean, that is leagues ahead socially. I mean, it's just
absolutely.
It's like, which is why I guess I spend so much time there. I'm quite staggered that we're even having this.
Yeah, me too.
That it's even a thing.
Me too. All right, let's keep going with this conversation. We've got a few. So Gabriella Delator, hola once again. Long time since she's been here. She hopes it becomes totally legal. She's sending positive thoughts our way. Gracias. Muchas gracias, Gabriella. Thank you so much. MC says, Magda has said she felt every single feeling all at once as the results were read out. Oh, wow. I haven't seen Magda's feelings on it, but I believe that. That's cool. So, yeah, regarding what she was saying earlier about the Pink News, if you go to the website, pinknews.co.uk, and that's probably why I haven't heard of it. It's a UK news thing. If you go to the pinknews.co.uk, the article's on there, basically about all the amendments the Liberals want to add to the bill, mentioning Senator James Paterson. Okay, cool. We'll definitely have to have a look at that. Vote for the oppressionals. Lol, exactly right, MC. Referring to what we were saying earlier. Yeah. See. Oh, President A. Hello, President A. President A says, "Hi all. Glad the yes vote won, but worried if the government will put it through or not." Yeah, so we'll have to see what happens there, President A. Not only if they'll put it through, but what type of bill they're going to put through, because it looks like there are a few different types. So we'll have to see on that.
I can imagine there being some, rules and stipulations and things that are, Australia, that's what happens. You can't have it all. You just have, we're going to throw in all this other stuff.
Yeah. MC says, children need love. That's it. It doesn't matter if the people giving that love and security are gay, straight, or male or female. Exactly right. Look, at the end of the day, what the LGBTIQ community wanted out of all of this anyway was equality. We would love to just get to a position where it doesn't matter. You are male, you are female, you're gay, you're straight. Labels are labels. Who cares?
Yeah.
We're human.
Yeah, and I saw a lot of the yes campaigners saying that. It's like, the no campaigners were thinking about themselves. Hold on a second, guys. The no campaigners were thinking about what they wanted, and we were thinking about equality for us all. It's not about just what we want. It's about equality for us all in relation to marriage. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry about that. Yeah, exactly right. So, okay. I'm so sorry. I was distracted there. Can you just summarize what you said?
No, it's all right. Just move ahead. Move ahead.
Move ahead? Okay, will do. Gabriella says they would prefer to let the kids without parents, to leave the kids without parents and love than let gay people adopt them. Crazy. This is crazy, crazy, crazy world. Yeah, exactly right. It's completely ridiculous, Gabriella. But look, for me, I would love to get to a position where we do exactly as I was saying moments ago. Male, female, gay, straight, whatever. You're a human and that's it. Drop the labels.
That's what I was saying. That's what the yes campaigners wanting. It was more like, we want marriage equality for all, whereas the no campaign was like, no, we just want it for the heterosexual people. You guys can have your own thing or don't have it at all. That's basically what they were saying.
I will admit that there was a time during this campaign. Actually, that's a lie. There were many times during this campaign when I thought, how about starting a campaign to end marriage for straight people and straight marriage? And then they can just have a civil union and that's it, and then they'll understand. Of course, that would never happen, but, I did have that thought.
Actually, I was going to add, did you not hear about the couple in the UK who said, look, we don't agree in like the whole traditional kind of base of marriage, but we want to, like, for legal reasons and also just for our own sort of thing, like we want a civil partnership, so we don't want an actual marriage, and they weren't allowed to. They're like, gay couples can, and now gay couples can also get married. So you're saying that we can't have a civil partnership, even though we would actually want that because we don't agree in the whole sort of,
Well, there you go.
I was like, well, that's fucking ridiculous. I mean, if you can't do it for one group of individuals, of course they can have a civil partnership if they really want.
That's really weird because straight couples can have a civil union.
Yeah, well, they can't. And they couldn't, and they actually lost the court case because of it. So now they're just going to stay like unmarried. Yeah.
Very odd.
I mean, I think that's also going out of your way to be a bit awkward, if I'm honest, because just get married. Like, if you're going to stay, but I agree with, okay, they don't agree in the institution of marriage. They would rather it would just be literally a civilly recognised thing, and that's it. So, and if that's their choice, why should, as a straight couple, why should they not be able to?
Yeah, exactly. I have to get to this comment because I love hearing an Australian version because I do this all the time with Americans. MC says, everyone in Neighbours are so liberal in the true sense of the word and lovely to each other. Please tell me Neighbours isn't real. Please don't tell me, Neighbours isn't real. Yes.
MC is being pretty vocal tonight, isn't she?
Yeah, I love it. MC, I actually don't watch Neighbours, but yeah, so I can't answer if it's a true reflection of Australia or not, really. But
I haven't watched it for about 10 years, to be fair, but I do know that the person who played Susan Kennedy, Jackie Woodburn, is it? She's actually gay, and she was a campaigner for the Yes campaign. Yeah,
the big old lesbian.
Oh wow, good on her. No, I mean Neighbours in some way helped launch Delta Goodrem, one of my favourite singers.
Oh, Francois. You would relate back to Delta, would you?
That's Francois to sneak that in.
Francois, my goodness.
Okay.
Moving on.
Let's move on. MC says, how can one person or group of people feel they have the right to deny another group of people the same rights they have? I just don't understand it. Yeah, exactly. It's basic common sense at the end of the day, MC. That's it. Like, I couldn't have put that any better than you have. So good on you. It's telling us all to hydrate. So we'll definitely do that.
Trust me, I like hydrate all evening from about 6.
Yeah, and MC was just about to say about the civil unions there as well. Yeah, so let's see.
It's really rude that straight people can't like opt for that though. Like.
Yeah, it is weird that they can't opt for it over there because they can here. I know that for a fact because my dad and his partner had a civil union. So I'm surprised that
you can have a state marriage. So you can have like a civil marriage here, but it can't be a civil partnership. Whereas a civil partnership, only gay individuals can have, right? Of course I'm hydrating in alcohol, MC. You wouldn't have me any other way. But yeah. Oh, Maria Ann's here.
Oh, is she?
Hi, Maria Ann. Yeah.
Hello, Hi. Maria Ann. Just popping in to say congratulations on the results. Thank you, Maria Ann. So happy for Australia. Love to you all. Keep breaking through all those bullshit obstacles. Love is love. That's exactly right, Maria
Ann. Obstacles, indeed.
Yeah.
Straight up. Yeah.
Hashtag bullshit obstacles. Hashtag love. Not that I really use Twitter, but you know. Yeah, completely agree, Maria Ann. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, we've got a really decent number of people in the room, which is really nice, you guys. So if there's anything that you want to add or whatever, feel free to let us know in the comment section. Of course, you're more than welcome to listen in, but if you'd like to say something, feel free to do so. As MC says, amen, Maria Ann. Okay, so let's look on to see what's coming up next. So I spoke about what's going to happen tomorrow. Then what happens is Parliament actually breaks up for 2 weeks. Now, I have no idea why. I honestly didn't do my research on why, but they're breaking up for 2 weeks. Then they come back on Monday, November the 27th. And this is the first day that either bill could be tabled in the House of Representatives. A same-sex marriage bill has to pass both the reps and the Senate before it can be made law by the Governor-General. How politicians choose to vote is ultimately up to them. Every Green is in favour, as are most Labor MPs, but the coalition is far more divided. Apparently, at least 6 MPs, including Kevin Andrews and Bob Katter, will vote no, even if Australia votes yes. That's not surprising. If you knew, if Bob Katter could move to America, he'd become a Republican overnight. So that doesn't surprise me at all. A further 36 did not reveal their vote, while around 30 said their vote would depend on factors including religious exemptions and how their electorate voted. Nonetheless, if the public voted yes, around 70% of both houses should follow suit. On Thursday, December the 7th, it's the final day that either Reps or Senate sits in 2017. If a same-sex marriage bill isn't approved by the 7th of December, despite Malcolm Turnbull's wishes, it won't be happening by Christmas. That is unless Parliament chooses to continue sitting around until a deal is nutted out, which I totally doubt that they are.
I think there'll be a fight, and I don't think it's going to happen easily.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. We don't know, but.
So yeah, so we'll have to see if that is the case. But yeah, it'll certainly be interesting to see. Ooh, we've got more comments coming in. Sonia is here. Hi, Sonia. Sonia says, congrats to all who wanted it. And I won't read out fair language, but F you to anyone who didn't, losers. Yeah.
Go, Sonia.
Yeah, exactly. President A says, hoping Australia doesn't turn out like South Park when it comes to same-sex marriage. Yeah, so we're not going to get butt-buddied. Good one, President A. Okay, Sonia says, lol, love it, good comment, President A. And MC says they will try their best to delay things. Yeah, I've got the feeling that they will. Already, apparently, the Australian Conservative leader Cory Bernardi has said that Parliament should sort out the citizenship crisis before ruling on marriage. So,
of course,
yeah. So they're already coming up with stuff to stand in the way.
You see all the people that are like, "Oh, this isn't a real issue. We have real issues happening in Australia. Why are we focusing on this?" I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's a real issue.
Yeah, why are we focusing on the very tiny matter of equal rights?
Equality, exactly.
Okay, all right. I bet you're a believer in black slave trade. Fucking morons.
Yeah. Oh God. Sorry, that just takes me back to Real Housewives. I'm more than happy to do that. So just, let me know. But
whoa, okay, you just went silent for like ages.
No?
And Sarah also got kicked out for some reason.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Good.
Okay. Okay, so what did you catch?
Almost nothing until now.
Okay, so basically I was just saying that we are going to probably wrap this up in the next 8 minutes or so. And the reason that I'm saying this is the case is because over here in Australia right now, it is 87.8 degrees Fahrenheit. So it is very, very hot over here. And so I'm not going to be around for much longer. But I did want to say that I cope much better in the summer evenings. So if you guys would like to have a chat this evening, I'm more than happy to come back and do another one. It's just for now, I will need to get off very soon. But if you have any last comments, feel free to put them in. I will address them. But we will be ending this, I would say probably, in the next, say, 7 or 8 minutes.
Okay. Can we, she actually can't see us or hear us because she's having problems connecting, but it is Skylar's 22nd birthday today.
Oh, absolutely. We can.
And so she can't hear us, but chat, please. I'm just going to say.
So what did she say?
I'm just going to type it in the chat.
Yeah, so we need to type it in the chat to her or she can't hear it. But it's Skylar's birthday and it's her 22nd birthday. She's just been out for dinner with the man and stuff. But she's also really delighted about the result and stuff. But it's just gutting that she couldn't really join us. But
it is. For those of you who may be new to the channel, Skylar is one of our dear friends here at Comment Below and Let Me Know. It's unfortunate she can't make it, but a big happy birthday to her. And thank you, Skylar. And look, if we do the evening chat, hopefully it can all be fixed up then. I know that Skylar sometimes comes to evening
chat.
Here
she is, yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be good. But a big happy birthday to Skylar. Very happy for you that you're having a great evening over there. Skylar is a New York resident.
Yeah, Staten Island.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to some comments, and then we'll say another happy birthday to Skylar. We may even sing happy birthday to Skylar.
You can sing happy birthday. I'm not.
Okay. I can do like the haunting Betty Riverdale version just to get us like in the mood for tomorrow.
Why not? Okay, where are we? MC says next they will want to drain the ditch and build a wall between Australia and New Zealand before marriage equality. Exactly right. See, it's just ridiculous. MC, I hope you're back with us. She was saying hello a moment ago. We all disappeared. Gabriella says people need to be more empathetic. Yeah, completely agree. Then there's a big difference between sympathetic and empathetic. But yeah, people need to be more empathetic. I agree. It's currently 6 degrees in South Wales. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you were saying earlier, Angels, that it's cold.
Yeah, it's in Newport, I think, isn't it? Is it Newport? But anyway, my auntie and uncle are there at the moment.
And is that like 6
she can hear now.
Celsius?
Okay, so Skylar can hear us now. Yay!
Yay! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Skylar. Remember, you're still well over a decade younger than me. So, you know, as long as I get ID'd for booze, you'll be fine.
Yeah, so just quickly, I'll get back to you, Skylar. When she says 6 degrees, is that Fahrenheit or Celsius? Angels?
Sorry, what?
In South Wales, do they measure degrees in Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Well, we're normally Celsius, but actually, we're a bit weird, aren't we? So we kind of do both. I'm pretty sure that MC can clarify what she said. Yeah. It's basically cold, is what she was saying. It's quite hot.
6 degrees Celsius would be cold here, so.
It's cold. I mean, I'm not really sure because I'm not really a big fan of like even looking at anywhere outside London unless it's out of this country. But yeah. I mean, obviously, with my Welsh family, but it's not that.
Is there any more comments you want to get to, Francois, before we head off?
Yeah, so just getting to a few more quickly. So we've got a collection of birthdays, Skylar. So here we go. Sarah says, happy birthday, Skylar. Gabriella says, happy B-Day, with 2 exclamation points, I should say, excuse me. Maria Ann says, happy birthday, Skylar, with an exclamation point. Sonia says, young whippersnapper. MC says, Pembley Wood Happis, happy birthday, Skylar. That's from MC. Angel says, happy birthday, Skylar, with 3 exclamation marks and a love heart. Skylar says, thank you, can't listen, but I think she can now, so that's good. Where are we? Sorry, just one sec, guys. So President A says, is there info on the planned chats that got delayed or any future planned chats? President A, I would definitely recommend keep an eye out on the Facebook group page. That's where all the information for that will come about. So yeah, we'll discuss that over there. I will say very quickly, if you are a comment below, let me know, family member. Please don't give away the How to Get Away with Murder season finale. Unfortunately, I'm going to be missing it because I'm going to be away for a couple of days from Friday. So please don't give away what happens in the mid-season finale. I'll watch it when I get back. MC says, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say that Sean is in the chat. This is Skylar's boyfriend. He's actual justice warrior. So he's like logged on to say hello. And
wonderful.
she had sent me some pictures from the restaurant earlier, and I was like, oh my god, that looks amazing. So Sean did a damn good job. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. All right, I'll get to him in a moment.
I was actually going to pretend he was a troll for a while, just for fun. But yeah. Carry on.
MC says that she hopes that you've had a fabulous day, Skylar. MC says, "Oh, sing, Sarah." She wants Sarah to sing. I assume "Happy Birthday." Skylar can hear us. Yay! MC says just outside Newport. Yep. MC says, hey, Skylar. Skylar says, thank you. President A says, happy birthday, Skylar. Lots of love for Skylar. Okay, Skylar says, I can hear, and oh, how wonderful, and thank you, everyone. You guys are awesome. MC, my day's been fantastic. My boss took my co-workers and I out for lunch, and then Sean took me out to like a fancy dinner. Oh, that's wonderful. Fantastic work, Sean. Sean says, no, happy birthday. Great to have you here, though, Sean. Fantastic to have you here. Skylar is very special to all of us here. Comment below and let me know. So good on you for taking her out for her birthday. Very happy. MC, I'm getting comments now. It's always the way when I say we're going to go. I keep getting comments. MC says, hi, Sean. Hope you've been spoiling your girl today. Sean says, that was her other boyfriend. Skylar says, it was great. The food was awesome. I will send Francois and Sarah some photos. Haha, whoever wants to see. I would love to see photos, Skylar, for sure. And Sarah says she'd like to see, and MC says 6 degrees Celsius. Wow, that is amazing. Yeah, so as I said, over here right now where I live, it's 87.8 degrees Fahrenheit, or if you prefer, 31 degrees Celsius. Yesterday, it was even higher. So just absolutely nuts, but it should cool down by the evening. So I'm more than happy to come back then if you guys would like, and if that is the case, certainly comment below and let me know once this video is uploaded.
We should totally anyway, like, you know, this is a big subject, so anyone that wants to get in on chat, you know, we'll chat about it.
And some people might miss it too because of obviously working day and that kind of thing. So yeah,
exactly. So we can just do a few more.
Yeah, great. Sounds excellent. Why not? I mean, I was looking back through my videos, you guys, I have to say, just very quickly before I leave, I think I'm like 4 videos away from my 400th video on YouTube, which is pretty massive for me. So I was looking through them, and I'm just thinking, if we can do like 6 or 5 or whatever it was Radley chats, then we can certainly do a couple of gay marriage ones.
Yeah, but that's because we needed full-on therapy after that.
Yes, we did.
42 degrees Fahrenheit.
Can anyone else notice the not so subtle difference between Black Hood and Black Hoodie? Like, seriously.
Yeah, it is becoming a little bit PLL, but I'm thinking that Riverdale is not going to disappoint us as badly. I feel like it's much more sort of well thought out. I think it's more likely as well to actually give us quite shocking deaths, which I like. Like I said, I would have liked a death in PLL, even if it was like a major character, namely Ezra.
I just and I will definitely talk about that in a video, because I want to talk about Riverdale. I won't do that here, but I just want to say the name itself, Black Hood, Black Hood-E. It's very like, i.e. the difference. Very, very similar in the name.
It does sound, yeah, it does sound a little bit too similar, really, but
yeah. So just Maria Ann has 42 degrees Fahrenheit where she is. Which is like close to half of what we have in Australia. MC would have died before then. 24 is her limit. And people are talking about Riverdale, and that's great. So we will talk about Riverdale in another chat. Thank you to everyone who's come along. I want to thank my UK correspondent, Angels, for being here. Thank you, Angels.
No, you're welcome. I'm actually really, really happy that I got to share the result with you, because I literally, like I said, you guys, you and Sarah were like the first people that I texted going, oh my God, it popped up on my iPad. I was so happy.
I didn't know anything about this stuff until I woke up and got messages, a lot of messages from Amy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, oh my God. Yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah. No, absolutely right. No, which was great. Like I must say, to wake up to, congratulate. Like I woke up to texts and to what do you call it? Like messages from Facebook and all this, going congratulations, 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 and like missed calls and stuff. So thank you to everyone who's already said congratulations, much appreciated. Before I continue with that, I want to thank my wonderful correspondent, my fellow Australian from Sydney, Sarah. Thank you so much for being here with us, Sarah.
Welcome. It's been a while since I've been on one, actually, so it's been good.
It has. And I just want to let you guys know that when I do the end of my videos and I say subscribe because we do impromptu chats, we do impromptu chats, and I'm sure there will be one coming up very, very soon.
We haven't done some in a little while because we've all had some stuff going on and it's been a bit hot in Australia. But, you know, we will definitely be doing impromptu live chats again.
Absolutely.
It'll happen, guys.
Excellent. Well, no matter where you are, no matter what the weather is, I think everyone should stay hydrated. If it's cold, maybe with a warm drink, but stay hydrated. And, you know, as I always say here, comment below and let me know, make love and not war. And I have to say that, you know, 61% of Australia have made love in this vote by voting for yes. And that's just beautiful. It may not be a change in the law yet, but to have that recognition from 61% of the public saying that they agree to gay people having the same equal rights to get married is very much appreciated. So I just want to say a very big thank you to that 61% that did vote yes. Yeah. All right, guys, lots of love. Potentially be back here later on this evening. So if you're not part of the Facebook group, feel free to join us, facebook.com/group/CBALMK. Please let us know your YouTube name. Otherwise, if you're not there, subscribe and hit the notification bell, ding, because we will most likely have another chat coming up this evening. And if you hit the notification bell, then you should be notified and kept up to date with all of that. But until then, I am Francois T, and that was Angels and Sarah. Lots of love to you all. The votes are in. 61% have said yes to gay marriage. Bye, guys.
Bye.